Today, I'm going to show you 7 Stoic boundaries that instantly change the way women experience you. Not tricks, not games, real boundaries. The kind that make you calmer, stronger, harder to shake, and impossible to treat like an option. Because the goal is not to make her chase you. The goal is to become the kind of man who no longer chases anyone. If you're tired of overthinking every text, tired of proving your worth, tired of giving your best energy to people who give you confusion in return, then listen closely. This is where the old version of you ends. Comment, "I choose myself" below, because from this moment forward, you are not begging for attention. You are building a life that commands respect. Number 1, protect your time. Time is your most valuable resource. Every hour you give away without thinking quietly changes the direction of your life, and many men do not notice it until months or years have passed, and they wake up wondering why their goals are still far away, while someone else's needs always come first. Because every time she sends a message and you instantly drop your work, your workout, your study, your business, or your peace just to prove that she matters, you slowly teach her that your own life can always wait. And once that becomes normal, she no longer sees your attention as something valuable because it is always available, and what is always available is rarely appreciated. This is where many men lose themselves. They do not lose themselves in one big decision. They lose themselves in hundreds of small choices that seem harmless. They answer every call immediately. They cancel plans with friends. They skip the gym. They delay their goals. They stay awake late because she wants to talk. They change their schedule hoping she will notice their effort and return the same energy. Sometimes she does for a while, and sometimes she does not. But the real problem is not her response. The real problem is that you slowly build a life where another person's attention becomes more important than your own future. That is a dangerous place to live, because your confidence starts depending on whether she includes you or ignores you. The moment your happiness depends on someone else's schedule, you give away your freedom without realizing it. A strong life begins when your priorities stay in place, even when emotions try to pull you away from them. This does not mean becoming cold or pretending not to care. It means caring without abandoning yourself. Finish your work before checking your phone. Complete your workout before replying. Keep your promises to yourself with the same commitment you keep promises to everyone else. If you plan to read for an hour, read for an hour. If you plan to build your business, build it. If you plan to improve your skills, do not interrupt that process every few minutes looking for a notification that may never come. The surprising truth is that when your life becomes full of purpose, you stop watching your phone every 5 minutes because your attention is finally invested in something that gives back to you. Your confidence begins growing from achievement instead of approval. People notice that change without you announcing it. She notices that your life has direction. Friends notice that you respect your own schedule. Family notices that you are more focused. More importantly, you notice that your mind becomes quieter because you are no longer waiting for permission to enjoy your own day. Think about how many opportunities disappear because you spend so much energy trying to be available for someone who has not asked you to sacrifice your future. Imagine where your life could be 1 year from now if every hour spent worrying was invested in your health, your finances, your knowledge, or your purpose. Those small investments become confidence that cannot be taken away by one conversation or one disappointing evening. Your value grows because your life grows. Your attention becomes something people appreciate instead of something they expect. Every morning, ask yourself one simple question. What are the 3 most important things I must finish today? Write them down and protect them. Do not negotiate with distractions. Do not abandon them because someone suddenly wants your attention. Finish what matters first. Then give your time freely because you choose to, not because you are afraid of disappointing someone. That is the difference between living with direction and living in constant reaction. The man who protects his time is not difficult to be around. He is dependable because he keeps his word to himself first, and when a man learns to respect his own time, the people around him naturally begin respecting it too. Number 2. Say no without feeling guilty. Many men fear disappointing others. They say yes even when every part of them wants to say no, because they worry that setting a boundary will push people away, make them seem selfish, or cost them a relationship. So they keep agreeing, keep giving, keep adjusting, and little by little they become exhausted without understanding why. The truth is that every dishonest yes creates a quiet frustration inside you because your actions no longer match your values. You smile while your mind says something completely different. You agree to plans you do not want. You spend money you cannot afford. You accept treatment that leaves you drained because you hope that being easy to deal with will make you more appreciated. Instead, people often become comfortable expecting more and more from you. That is why learning to say no is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. A respectful no protects your peace, your energy, and your future. It is not rude, it is honest. When she asks you to change your plans at the last minute and you already committed your evening to something meaningful, you do not need to invent excuses or write long messages trying to soften your answer. You can simply say, "I already have plans, let's choose another day." That is enough. You are not responsible for managing every emotion another person experiences after hearing your answer. Your responsibility is to speak truthfully and respectfully. Healthy relationships become stronger when both people know where the boundaries are, because trust grows when words match actions. Many men spend years trying to avoid uncomfortable conversations only to create bigger problems later, because every unspoken frustration slowly builds inside them. Then one day, they explode over something small, not because that small event caused the problem, but because months of silence finally become too heavy to carry. There is a better way. Speak early, speak calmly, speak clearly. You do not need anger to protect your standards. You only need certainty. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes. Start with simple situations. Decline invitations you truly cannot attend. Protect your evenings when you need rest. Say no to conversations that pull you away from your goals. Refuse commitments that leave you stressed and resentful. Every honest decision strengthens your confidence because you prove to yourself that your needs matter too. This changes the way you walk through life. You stop looking for approval in every conversation. You stop measuring your worth by how many people are pleased with you. Instead, you begin measuring your life by whether you lived according to your own principles. That creates quiet confidence that does not need attention or praise. Some people may not like your boundaries at first because they became comfortable with unlimited access to your time and energy, but that discomfort is not a reason to abandon yourself. People who genuinely care about you learn to respect clear boundaries because they understand that healthy relationships require mutual respect, not endless sacrifice from one side. Imagine how different your life becomes when every yes comes from genuine desire instead of fear. Your words carry more weight because people know you mean them. Your promises become stronger because you no longer make promises you cannot keep. Your confidence grows because every decision reminds you that your life belongs to you. A simple no, spoken with kindness and certainty, often protects more happiness than 1,000 reluctant yeses ever could. Number 3, do not accept disrespect. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. The moment you begin accepting treatment that goes against your values simply because you are afraid of creating tension, you slowly teach yourself that keeping someone happy matters more than protecting your own dignity, and that is where many men lose confidence without even noticing it, because disrespect rarely begins with something obvious. It often starts with small moments that are easy to excuse, a sarcastic comment that goes too far, a joke that leaves you feeling smaller, constant interruptions when you speak, your opinions being dismissed without consideration, your goals being laughed at as unrealistic, or your kindness being mistaken for weakness. And every time you convince yourself that none of it matters while it continues happening again and again, you quietly lower your own standards until you begin believing that this is simply what relationships are supposed to look like. They are not. Every healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, and respect grows when both people understand that certain lines should never be crossed. This does not mean reacting with anger or trying to dominate every conversation. Real strength is much quieter than that. It is the ability to remain calm while clearly communicating what you will and will not accept. Imagine she makes a comment that embarrasses you in front of others. Instead of laughing along because you are afraid of making the situation uncomfortable, wait until the moment is right and calmly tell her that you do not appreciate being spoken to that way. Speak with confidence instead of emotion. Do not insult her. Do not try to hurt her back. Simply stand by your standards. People quickly learn how to treat you by watching what you tolerate. If you repeatedly ignore behavior that damages your self-respect, you send the message that your boundaries are optional. If you calmly address it the first time, you make your expectations clear without creating unnecessary conflict. Many men spend years believing that avoiding difficult conversations keeps relationships together, yet the opposite is often true because silence creates hidden resentment, and hidden resentment slowly destroys trust. Honest conversations may be uncomfortable for a few minutes, but unspoken frustration can remain for years. Every time you protect your dignity with calm confidence, you strengthen your character. You also become more consistent because your actions begin matching your values. Think about the kind of life you want to build. Do you want to become someone who constantly walks on eggshells, wondering what to say and what to hide? Or do you want to become someone who can speak honestly without fear because you know your value does not depend on another person's approval? That choice belongs to you every single day. Respect yourself enough to address problems early instead of allowing them to grow. Stay calm, stay clear, stay respectful. Never confuse silence with strength. Sometimes the strongest thing you can say is one simple sentence spoken with confidence. I am not comfortable with that. Those few words can change the direction of a relationship because they show that your self-respect is not something you negotiate. As you continue living this way, something changes inside you. You stop seeking validation through acceptance because you begin finding confidence through integrity. You no longer need everyone to agree with you. You only need to know that you acted according to your principles. That quiet confidence cannot be taken away by criticism, disappointment, or disagreement because it comes from within, and people naturally respect those who first respect themselves. Number 4, never chase. Attention. Attention should never become your purpose. The moment your happiness begins depending on how quickly someone replies, how often someone compliments you, or how much attention another person gives you, you hand over control of your emotional life without realizing it. And many men fall into this pattern because they mistake constant contact for genuine connection, checking their phone every few minutes, rereading conversations, wondering why today's reply is shorter than yesterday's, trying to find hidden meaning in every message, and spending more energy thinking about someone else's attention than building their own future. That habit quietly steals your focus because your mind becomes occupied by things you cannot control, while your own goals wait in the background. There is a better way to live. Build a life that naturally deserves your attention before asking for someone else's. Wake up with a purpose that excites you. Invest in your health, develop your skills, improve your finances, strengthen your character, spend time with family and good friends, learn something new every week. Make progress that belongs to you, whether anyone notices or not. When your days become filled with meaningful action, your confidence begins growing from achievement instead of constant reassurance. That kind of confidence is steady because it does not disappear every time someone is busy or unavailable. Imagine how different your conversations become when you are genuinely enjoying your own life, instead of hoping another person will make your day interesting. You ask better questions. You listen more carefully. You stop trying to impress because you are no longer measuring your value by someone else's response. This creates a completely different energy. You become more relaxed, more present, and more authentic because you have nothing to prove. Healthy attraction grows naturally when two people bring full lives together instead of expecting one person to provide all the excitement, purpose, and happiness for the other. That is why your mission matters so much. Every hour you invest in becoming stronger, wiser, healthier, or more capable pays you back in confidence that no one can give or take away. There will always be moments when your mind wants immediate attention, immediate answers, or immediate certainty. But those moments are opportunities to strengthen your discipline. Instead of reaching for your phone, return to your priorities, finish your workout, complete your project, read another chapter, learn another skill. Every decision like this teaches your mind that your purpose comes before temporary distraction. Over time, you notice something remarkable. You stop worrying about whether people notice you because your life becomes too meaningful to spend it waiting for attention. Ironically, this often makes your presence more noticeable because genuine confidence is difficult to ignore. It is not created by trying harder. It is created by living with direction. The people who appreciate you will appreciate you for who you are, not for how available you make yourself. Protect your attention as carefully as you protect your time, because where your attention goes, your life follows. Make sure it follows your values, your goals, and the future you truly want to build. If you're ready to stop searching for validation and finally become the kind of man whose confidence comes from within, the Stoic relationship blueprint for men, filled with timeless principles that strengthen your mindset, relationships, discipline, and self-respect, is linked in the comments. And it's now available as an audiobook so you can absorb this life-changing wisdom while taking a walk, jogging, or exercising. And because it's yours forever, you can return to it whenever life tests you and continue growing with the same powerful lessons for years to come. And if you want to go even deeper, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course for men is launching in the coming weeks, so comment Blueprint below to get early access and be among the first to take the next step toward becoming the man who leads himself with confidence, purpose, and unwavering standards. Number 5. Stay calm. During conflict. Anyone can stay calm when life is easy. Your real character appears when emotions rise, when someone misunderstands your intentions, questions your decisions, or challenges your boundaries, because that is the moment where many men lose control without even realizing it. They rush to defend themselves, explain every decision, interrupt, speak louder, or try to convince the other person that they are right. Yet none of these reactions create respect. They simply hand control of the situation to emotion instead of reason. Every difficult conversation gives you two choices. You can react immediately, or you can pause long enough to choose your response. That pause changes everything. It protects your judgment, your dignity, and your peace of mind. Imagine she becomes frustrated because your priorities do not match her expectations. Instead of becoming defensive or trying to win the argument, listen carefully to what is actually being said. Separate emotion from facts. Ask yourself whether there is something useful you can learn, and if there is, accept it with confidence. If there is not, remain respectful without abandoning your position. You do not need to argue with every opinion. You do not need everyone to agree with your choices before you continue moving forward. Calmness is not silence because you are afraid. Calmness is choosing not to let another person's emotions decide your actions. This requires practice because your first impulse often pushes you toward immediate reaction, but your first impulse is not always your best decision. Learn to slow your breathing before answering. Allow a few seconds of silence instead of filling every gap with words. Speak clearly. Speak honestly. Speak with purpose. Many disagreements become much smaller when one person refuses to add unnecessary emotion to the conversation. Your goal is not to defeat someone. Your goal is to protect the relationship without sacrificing your self-respect. That balance creates maturity. There will be moments when she is disappointed, frustrated, or upset, and those emotions belong to her just as your emotions belong to you. You can listen with respect without carrying responsibility for every emotional response another person has. That understanding brings enormous freedom because you stop trying to solve every uncomfortable moment with endless explanations. Instead, you become someone who remains steady regardless of the circumstances. Think about how much energy you waste replaying arguments in your mind, wishing you had answered differently or spoken more calmly. That energy can become strength if you begin treating every disagreement as practice instead of failure. After every difficult conversation, ask yourself what you handled well and what you could improve next time. This simple habit builds wisdom over time because every challenge becomes another opportunity to strengthen your character. Your confidence stops depending on perfect conversations and starts depending on consistent self-control. People naturally trust someone who stays composed when situations become difficult because emotional stability creates reliability. You become someone whose words carry weight because they are chosen carefully instead of spoken impulsively. As this habit grows, you notice that fewer situations pull you into unnecessary conflict. You become harder to provoke, easier to respect, and more focused on solutions than arguments. That quiet strength becomes part of your identity. It influences your relationships, your work, your friendships, and every area of your life, because the person who learns to govern his own reactions gains something far greater than winning an argument. He gains control over himself, and that is a foundation that remains strong regardless of what happens around him. Number 6, keep your purpose first. Relationships should add to your life. They should never replace your purpose, because the moment you forget why you wake up every morning, you slowly begin living according to someone else's priorities instead of your own. Many men begin with clear goals, strong discipline, and exciting ambitions, but after entering a relationship, they gradually place those dreams on hold. One missed workout becomes several. One delayed project becomes months of procrastination. One cancelled opportunity becomes a habit of putting personal growth last. It rarely happens all at once. It happens through small decisions repeated over time until one day you look back and struggle to recognize the person you wanted to become. Your purpose deserves protection because it shapes every part of your future. It influences your confidence, your financial security, your health, your peace of mind, and the example you set for others. A healthy relationship supports that purpose rather than replacing it. If your goals disappear every time someone enters your life, the problem is not your ambition. The problem is that your priorities are no longer clear. Decide what matters most before circumstances force the decision for you. Write down the future you want to create. Picture the person you want to become 5 years from now. Think about the habits that version of you follows every day. Then begin living those habits now instead of waiting for motivation to arrive. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline grows stronger every time you keep a promise to yourself. Imagine finishing every important task before the day ends because you refuse to negotiate with your own standards. Imagine looking back after 1 year and seeing better health, greater knowledge, stronger finances, deeper confidence, and real progress instead of wondering where your time disappeared. That future is built through ordinary days, not extraordinary moments. Every workout completed, every book finished, every skill developed, every promise kept becomes another brick in the life you are building. The people who genuinely care about you benefit from your growth because you become more dependable, more capable, and more confident. Protecting your purpose is not selfish. It allows you to contribute more to every relationship in your life. When challenges appear, return to your mission instead of becoming distracted by temporary uncertainty. Let your daily routine remind you who you are. Wake up with intention, move your body, learn something useful, work toward meaningful goals, spend time with people who encourage your growth. Rest when necessary, then continue moving forward. Your direction becomes clearer every time your actions match your values. Over time, you stop searching for confidence because confidence becomes the natural result of keeping promises to yourself. You no longer wonder whether you are enough because your progress answers that question every single day. A meaningful purpose gives your life structure during success and disappointment alike. It reminds you that your identity is built on your character, your discipline, and your commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. Protect that purpose with consistency, and you will build a life that earns respect, not through words, but through the example you set every single day. Number 7. Share yourself slowly. You don't need to tell your whole life story during the first few conversations. One of the biggest mistakes many men make is believing that revealing everything about themselves as quickly as possible will create a stronger connection. But trust is not built through speed. It is built through consistency. Real connection grows one conversation at a time, one shared experience at a time, and one kept promise at a time. When you reveal every success, every disappointment, every insecurity, every dream and every painful memory before someone has earned that level of trust, you leave yourself emotionally exposed without giving the relationship time to develop naturally. There is nothing wrong with being open. Openness is healthy. The problem begins when openness is driven by the hope that someone will immediately understand your worth or give you the reassurance you are searching for. Your value does not increase because someone knows everything about you. Your value comes from the way you live every day. Let your actions introduce you before your words do. Let people see your discipline before they hear you describe it. Let them notice your reliability before you explain how dependable you are. Let your habits speak louder than your promises. This creates authenticity because people believe what they consistently observe far more than what they simply hear. Imagine meeting someone new. Instead of trying to impress her with every achievement or every challenge you have overcome, stay curious. Ask thoughtful questions. Listen carefully. Pay attention to how she treats other people, how she responds to disappointment, whether her actions match her words, and whether her character remains consistent over time. At the same time, allow her to discover you gradually. If she asks about your goals, answer honestly without turning the conversation into a long speech. If she asks about your past, share what is appropriate while understanding that deeper trust develops through shared experiences rather than long explanations. This approach is not about creating mystery for the sake of appearances. It is about respecting your own story enough to understand that meaningful trust deserves time. Every important relationship in your life becomes stronger because both people gradually earn greater access to each other's inner world. That process creates stability because neither person is rushing to create closeness before a solid foundation exists. Think about how often people speak simply because silence makes them uncomfortable. They rush to fill every pause, explain every decision, justify every opinion, and answer questions that were never asked. Quiet confidence works differently. It is comfortable allowing a conversation to breathe. It understands that every silence does not require another sentence. This changes the way others experience you because your words become more thoughtful and more intentional. People begin listening more carefully when they know you do not speak simply to be noticed. Your conversations become richer because you focus on quality instead of quantity. Another important habit is learning the difference between honesty and oversharing. Honesty means telling the truth when the moment calls for it. Oversharing means revealing deeply personal parts of your life before trust has had time to grow. Those are not the same thing. Protecting your personal experiences does not make you distant. It shows that you value your boundaries. The same principle applies to every important part of your life. Your goals do not need constant announcements. Your plans do not require everyone's approval before you begin. Your progress becomes stronger when you spend more time building than talking. This mindset creates quiet confidence because your attention stays on meaningful action instead of seeking recognition. As you continue living this way, you notice that your relationships become healthier. You become a better listener. You ask better questions. You stop measuring conversations by how much you revealed and begin measuring them by how much genuine understanding was created. That shift changes everything because real connection is never built by speaking the most. It is built by showing up consistently, acting with integrity, respecting yourself, respecting others, and allowing trust to develop at a pace that gives both people the opportunity to see each other's true character. When you live this way, you stop trying to convince people of your value. You simply live according to your principles every day, and the right people recognize that over time. Your words become stronger because they are supported by your actions. Your confidence becomes steadier because it no longer depends on immediate approval. Your relationships become deeper because they are built on patience, honesty, mutual respect, and trust that has been earned instead of rushed. That is a foundation that lasts far longer than any first impression ever could. This knowledge only changes your life if you choose to live it. So if you're ready to stop seeking approval and start leading yourself with strength, comment, "I choose respect," like this video, and subscribe to help more men discover these timeless principles before they waste more years repeating the same mistakes. Then grab the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men, linked in the comments, filled with timeless principles that can transform your mindset and relationships, now also available as an audiobook so you can listen while taking a walk, jogging, or exercising. And because it's yours forever, you can return to it whenever life tests you. I'm also putting the finishing touches on the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course, launching in the coming weeks. Built around more than 2,000 years of time-tested wisdom and practical lessons you can apply immediately in your life and relationships. So don't let a culture that often rewards distraction keep you from knowledge that strengthens your character. It's time to make these principles your new standard.